You are listening to Let's Go JoJo, the weekly JoJo's Bizarre Adventure podcast from Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness. On today's show, we have Anthony Askew.
Hello.
Dwayne Maloney.
Hello.
Niall Flanagan.
Bonjour.
And me, Brian Smith. This week's episode, Silver Chariot. But first, the week in JoJo's news. Most of the JoJo's news this week have been postings of combo videos on Bandai Namco's YouTube account. That's not news! But what is news is that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Shooters apparently topped 3 million downloads on Android.
Is that, how does that work? What kind of game is that?
I tell you how it works. I go look it on Google Play and it tells me this app is incompatible with your device. Boo! There's a video of it on there. It appears to be, it's something where it says in-app purchases, so it's something which is designed to separate you from your money, no doubt. Free to play.
What is kind of game is it?
I don't know, there's like coins with people's faces on, stands appearing.
I did see a video, it's not necessarily news, but I did see a good 8-bit version of Stand Proud.
Oh, I think I saw it doing the rounds. I managed to check it out.
I think the mobile game is some kind of like card battling game, maybe.
So it's actually multiplayer.
Is it like Pogs? Because those are big again.
Combat against enemies is done using striker medals, each of which represents one character and their ability set. So maybe it's like Pogs.
Pogs are big with that Marvel thing. Pogs are back, baby.
They're back in full form. Any other news? Well, the only kind of dumb thing I saw was people getting excited about the Nature Valley granola bar company. Their social media person seems to be a big anime fan or knows how to look up anime stuff, has been responding to people asking questions of it. And people wanted to elect who would be the anime spokesperson for Nature Valley granola bars. I thought, of course, it's going to be Dio because he's wearing the colour scheme. And of course, that led to many images of Dio like wielding granola bars in a villainous fashion.
And Anthony,
Yes.
Did you play All-Star Battle demo this week?
Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance. I've had a busy week between now and last week, so I haven't yet. The PlayStation is set up, ready to go. The parents are away this weekend, so I'll give it a full play test, ready for next week.
I'm hoping this just carries on through all 24 episodes.
That would be great. Put up with different excuses. Well,
Perfect.
No, next week. I'll catch you off guard.
Yes, somebody who actually plays fighting games, you can give your opinion on it.
I know. Maybe I'll release a combo video, join the rest of the masses.
I thought I saw in Eurogamer it was out for the Xbox and I got really excited, but apparently that was a mistake. Damn it.
No, only PlayStation. Okay, on to the episode, Silver Chariot. Dwayne, as a birthday boy, your birthday gift is to do the synopsis this week.
I didn't ask for this.
It's
like that's what I get for still
it's
being
like the
annoying.
Bubs, but in podcast form.
Right, so what happens in this episode? Oh, from when we last left them off, Polnareff had turned a table into a clock made of fire and said, well, the time it hits 12, I'm going to beat you. And Avdol says no, and he knocks it over. So he decides to fight outside because Avdol's power would work a bit better outside. So he seems to be doing him a solid. And I kept thinking he was going to turn it around and be like, haha, it looks like I'm helping you out, but I'm actually screwing you over. But he keeps helping him throughout the entire fight. It's very odd because generally these things, they tend to go where, I'm trying to figure out his powers as I'm fighting him. But Polnareff is explaining everything his powers can do as he fights.
It's French chivalry. That's what the French are like.
Yes. So they do a lot of grandstanding and talking. I think Avdol does the first, named move, right?
Yes, yeah, the first time he does Crossfire Hurricanes this episode.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah, and the song kept playing in my head every time he did.
I kept on thinking of the trailer to the Whoopi Goldberg spy film, because it's a reference to Jumping Jack Flash.
Let me think. What else happened? Sorry. They fight in this weird, I guess, like Chinese theme park or something.
Tiger Balm Garden. It is a real.
I'd like to see photos of that. Yeah.
It's a real place, and it's not too dissimilar from what it looks like here, except the sky's not purple from the photos I've seen.
I don't know. I think it looks crazier in real life than it does in the cartoon here.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of crazy stuff happens. Avdol, says he can cut the spaces between spaces or something. Not Avdol.
Cut the nothing between the nothingness.
That's it.
Is that
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I didn't quite understand
pause
what he
that
meant.
and reread it.
Exactly, yes. I did the same thing. I was like, is this because he's French and he doesn't speak the language? I'm not sure. So the two lads are very courteous, and instead of the four of the guys ganging up on him, which they really should have done, it's an assassin from Dio, but they decide to be all chivalrous about it and explain each other's attacks. Very odd thing. But Avdol manages to beat him by shooting his fire in every direction, because apparently his fire doesn't work based off gravity.
You can just control it freely.
Yeah, which is kind of vague. And if it wasn't for Polnareff carving a statue of Magician's Red, that sort of hoisted him on his own petard there. And as these things tend to go, he decides to join up with him because he actually had a brain butt in. And Grandpa JoJo has become the new Speedwagon.
Yes! Yes!
I had written down that he was going full Speedwagon.
Full Speedwagon.
Oh, man. But Polnareff joins up with him because he wants to find a man. He keeps saying with two right arms, and it's like, no, he has two right hands. If he had two right arms, he'd have two arms coming out the right side of his body. Right?
That's a good point. I think they just...
That was confusing me.
He's meant to say that they're just attached. He's got like a...
Well, I don't know. Or maybe the elbow goes in the other direction on his
Oh, jeez, that would
arm
be
as well.
Yeah. Well, he's
He'd have
French.
to get the patches on the front.
He's French. No, his Japanese is not so good.
He knows the word for arm, not hand. Okay. I did like the very, I'm going to find my sister's killer and do this thing. And then it's like, oh, some cute girls. I'm going to mac on them and see if I can score.
He's exactly what...
Idiot.
No, Polnareff is just what Joe Taro wants in the group. Someone to come and distract all the women who keep flocking to him and bothering him.
Yeah. So he's actually going to fulfill that role in the group. I thought Keoken was kind of fulfilling that role by being the smooth guy. But alright, fair enough.
Get a buffoon in.
Yeah, we need kind of like the Poon Hound.
Yeah, there's got to be one. I think that covers the basics of it. But there's a lot of detail there.
There is a lot of detail. My favourite bit of this episode is the fact that Avdol just gets to beat Polnareff without any of the other guys having to step in.
Yeah.
Because in so many other shonen stories, it's like the sidekick characters are kind of there to get beaten up by the guy first before the hero comes and steps in and finishes them off.
Well, they kind of did that with Keoken on the last thing as well. It's like, actually, my power is exactly what we need right now. So, yeah, it is nice to see.
And he is really strong.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Magician's Red's alright, it's a decent stand. But this episode, he's so badass. I'd say he's my second favourite stand.
Yeah. He looks pretty cool when he's getting attacked by Silver Chariot and Magician's Red's kind of dodging him with his arms folded.
Yeah, he's not even giving a fuck.
Yeah, he's like a kung fu master, so it's like not bothered by this onslaught.
There was one bit I did laugh at. Sorry, go on, Dwayne.
No, you go on.
I was just going to say, there's one bit I did laugh at. Not because it's intentionally funny, but they think they've beaten Polnareff and there's an explosion, and it's actually just Silver Chariot shedding his armour, some of his armour, to kind of reveal more of him. There's a bit where he stood behind him, and the Silver Chariot looks like Johnny Five. Like, his eyes are they're not like normal eyes as it was all the way through, but looked like Johnny Five, or perhaps Wally.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I didn't spot that.
It didn't know the eyes
He
look
doesn't
really
just have a
weird.
spine.
But he's a good stand. But I did laugh at that.
Oh, man. I did like when he's stabbing up Avdol, and then it's all of a sudden you can see all he did was carve tiny little anks into Avdol's face. Just like, that's an odd decision. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to mock him some more. Because,
Yeah.
You were shooting anks at me, I'm going to stab some anks at you. I'd like
I
that.
couldn't remember the pronunciation of that, and I was thinking, is it pronounced anchor? And I was like, no, it can't be.
Well,
But yeah, anks.
Yes.
That's,
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're really fast, you do go bonk, showing off your... is another fight, though, which has exactly the same beat in the last fight, where the bad guy's like, oh, you're just firing off randomly, you're not going to hit me. But no, his firing off randomly was actually part of a plan.
well, actually, it was the same plan, if you think about it. Because he went under the ground.
It was.
And the other guy went under the carpet. You see? If that's all the move they have, they're screwed if they come across a flying stand. Wait a minute, that one was flying. How did that even work? No,
Well, no, because he attacked him directly rather than through the stand, didn't he? He was like, oh, fuck attacking the stand, let's just set Polnareff on fire.
And then there's that heartwarming scene where he gives him the dagger, and although he's possessed by Dio, he chooses not to throw the dagger, and that is the most honourable thing.
Well, he spends a while talking about it. Yeah, he spends a while talking about it while on fire as well, which is impressive.
Bat an eyelid, really.
So does this make Kaioken look like an asshole because he just went, I'm going to kill you, JoJo, after school, whereas this guy was like super nice about killing them.
It's because he's French. It's a French. It's
making the Japanese look bad. That's all I'm saying. If it's a race thing.
Well, no, but to be fair, they do get pretty racist about him at the end, about saying that there's a disconnect between his brain and his groin.
Yeah. That was the one time I was thinking, Grandpa JoJo, you've hit the nail on the head, and it hasn't been something obvious to everyone.
And I still can't get away with Polnareff's outfit. I'm still undecided.
His torso is very cold, but his arms are very warm. So he needs to...
It just looks so ridiculous. And mainly because you said it was like a boob tube. I wouldn't have... And now I just can't get out of my head that he's
for you, have I?
like a teenage girl or a girl ready for a night on the town.
I think it's supposed to be a type of armour.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like leather or something. Not that improves it.
That definitely doesn't make it better.
Well, the more I look at it, for Zika with one strap thing going on, and he's very kind of, I guess, dramatic and kind of like showing off. He's supposed to be kind of some kind of like circus strongman type thing going on.
Yeah, I know what you mean, actually. Yeah, I never thought of it like that.
I mean, like, if you think about it, the other lads are wearing like full sleeves and everything, and they're all ripped, but Polnareff has the good sense, like, well, I spent all this time getting ripped, so I might as well show it off.
Oh, and he is ripped. He may well be the largest of the bunch. Maybe just because we see how defined he is.
When I was watching it, the thing I was thinking, when he's describing his sister's killer, he's saying that it's like, oh, it was a man with two right arms, and I was like, well, you could describe him as ripped as well, but that's not uncommon in this world.
Here's this guy, kind of average build.
Average build, oh.
Average build is like impressively muscular, because I haven't seen like besides that one police officer in the first episode who was a fat guy, everybody else seems to be kind of pretty big dudes.
Even the old man from the last episode, he's hiding some guns.
When those girls come up to them, they were freaking tiny in comparison. The lads all looked like giants or them as dwarves. It was bizarre.
Yeah, and he mentions that he's been training his stand 10 years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love his stand. I love the design of his stand.
Do you prefer with or without armor?
With. I think definitely with. Cause as I say, it was too Johnny 5.
Yeah. You'll be okay. 'Cause I don't think he uses that like ability of his stand ever again.
Aww.
Much like Kakyon and his like ability to possess people, like they just use that ability like one time when they're a bad guy, and then never use it again. Which is kind of, I don't know.
I mean, like, it makes more sense with Kakyon because it's like that's kind of interfering with someone else, and that's I'm literally, and that's not cool if you're a good guy. It's fine to do when
Yeah,
you're...
it's a bad guy trait, I'll give it.
Yeah, but exploding your armor, that's pretty cool. You can do that whenever.
They can move so fast, and leaving like after images. That can be pretty handy in a pinch. But I'm pretty sure, like, never again, even when they're fighting like tougher guys, never thinks to employ that, just to try and change the strategy a bit and see if that will work. Nope. Oh well.
Now, as well as the man with two right hands, there was another character was introduced in flashback, and that is Dio's Falcon.
Pet Shop.
Oh, that's right, and it's Sweet Hat.
Yeah, good old Pet Shop, and I hope they call it Pet Shop as well. Whatever this one translation was, I don't know what it was.
Did you say Pat Shop?
No, Pet Shop, as in the Pet
Oh,
Shop.
right, okay. Oh, that's pretty good.
You think they're going to avoid the copyright on Pet Shop Boys by changing his name to Pat Sharp?
Now, people are afraid they're going to call Polnareff Jean Pierre Eiffel, but the thing is, he's saying Jean Pierre Polnareff in the Japanese, so it's pretty hard to avoid,
You see, the thing is, I don't understand about that is, it's just the last name. Can't they just use the last name? It's not like Crossfire Hurricane, which is like, that is a line from a song.
Well, yeah, they used that as well, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. If they're going to use that, I think using a human last name, I think is fine.
It's they're okay. I can know that massive disclaimer at the start of every episode. I'm guessing that's covering them for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is not based on anybody real, except for names.
Really? So you're saying the second season of JoJo wasn't historically accurate to World War II? The Nazis did not have cyborgs.
I'd say 50% accurate.
No, there were no cyborgs, but there were vampires and ripple users. But...
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's mostly accurate then, okay.
But yeah, that's just the way the Falcon is staring constantly through that scene. Because you can't really see Dio's eyes, can you? He's in the shadows, and it's like the Falcon is just staring at Polnareff.
Dio seems to be really good at gathering together, like, badass people and cool things. He's got that sweet Falcon, that crazy old woman. He keeps brain-budding people.
And Joseph's reaction.
Oh my god.
I forgot about that. He turns into
kill it. It's so
child.
gross.
I think he turns into Holly.
Exactly. That's where she gets it from.
It's like, ew, it's like it's so gross. Chow, get rid of it quickly.
I know not to call him if there's a spider in the bath.
Yes, if I had to predict where it's going to go up to, I'm going to guess it's going to go up to Polnareff dealing with the guy with two right hands.
Spoils.
I don't know. I'm thinking they're going to get as far as Egypt and then it's going to stop there and then Egypt be its own thing because there's a bunch of stuff that happens in Egypt as well.
Is there enough to keep it going that long until Egypt?
Yeah, well, when they get as far as Egypt now, they're out of like tarot card standards by then. So they gotta bring in the next bunch, and there's like about 10 or 12 of those dudes. So just to go into all of them would be a whole other series in itself, I think.
Okay. Oh, that's fair enough then.
I don't want it to end.
Yeah. Even when this one ends, there's going to be lots more JoJo afterwards.
I know. I've mentioned before, but I really feel like I need to just read it because, I might never see it all.
They're not going to bring it out again in manga, are they? With the anniversary.
Well, they're putting the manga up on Crunchyroll, so maybe if they...
Oh,
are they? I thought that was I thought that was a mistake which they had to take.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Oh,
statement.
Niall.
It was a typo, which made it look like they were, but they're not.
Yeah, okay.
I know Viz are planning on doing it digitally, but it's been delayed for reasons which they've not said.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't look into it any further because the Crunchyroll manga thing is kind of bullcrap, so...
And how much would they be, would they sell digitally for? I don't know what their kind of going rate is.
Well, the easiest way would be to look at it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Or
My keyboard's too loud or else I would do it.
One Piece, where's the Kindle bookshop? Because I know they're on Kindle now.
Hey, what is? The JoJo's?
Not Jade. No, I'm saying that's not digital. You're asking me what price it would be when it is digital.
Yes.
So I've got to look up something similar in the Kindle store. So One Piece Kindle editions are £3.08.
And that's for one volume?
Yes.
Oh, that's really good. I would totally snap that up.
I thought it would have been cheaper for a digital copy.
Well, it's cheaper than buying it in paper.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Give me JoJo's.
Yes, it'd be nice if Well, I think you can get the Stardust Crusaders quite easily in paperback.
Yeah. It's been edited slightly in places, but it's still pretty good.
You mean just in terms of the text or actual like volumes?
There are stuff changed, like when they get back to Egypt and they're fighting among like the minarets and mosques and stuff. They had to change them.
That's right.
Well, I think that's just been changed in general, not just for these editions.
I don't know, but I've seen a comparison between the two. No, the original had.
I mean, in the original is there, but I think they may have. In reprints, they may have corrected that anyway, just so they're not being super offensive to people.
Yeah, and there was an infamous thing where like the was reading from the Quran, and it's like talking about, I don't know, I guess being doing an evil monologue. You know, you didn't even do anything to the book, but like people feel up in arms, like how dare a vampire be associated with like our holy book, you know?
Yeah, he's a bad guy. We're going to watch him get beat, guys. It's going to be cool.
But it's like in One Piece where they've retroactively, in the reprints, changed Whitebeard's flag.
Oh, yeah. They changed it from a swastika to an X, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a cross.
Yeah, a cross, sorry.
Anything else from this episode?
Best one yet?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Every week.
I know, I do, but if next week sucks...
Jotaro and Noriaki didn't really get much to do this episode, did they? Because they didn't even say much, because it was mainly Joseph doing the reactions.
Well, he did get to go, I know exactly what this park is, because I know everything about China and the world.
I mean, that just shows how strong, as you've mentioned, the other bunch are, because I'm quite happy to watch Avdol do what he's going to do, and that's totally being badass.
Do you think they gave Grandpa JoJo, like, the crappy powers, because we already know he kicks ass anyway?
Maybe if he had
crappy
a
for
second
combat.
hand, would he have it, like, twice as strong?
I know he changes it later, but, like...
Like Joseph gets into like a couple of scraps with Stanley just now, but it's I think they gave him the powers he has, so we'd see more of him relying on his cunning and just like fooling his opponents, like kind of
classic stuff.
What we're used to him seeing.
That's fair enough then.
Sticking the stand powers on him, you know, like the other guys are doing.
Yeah, and so he can be the Speedwagon of this arc.
Well, he learned from the best.
Yeah, but this is like a pretty kind of solid fight now. Like against Kakyoin and against Tower of Grey was alright, but it's like our kind of first real kind of
stand fight, I guess.
Kind of probably like a stand fight, you know. There's some good kind of back and forth exchanges going on, and it looks pretty great too. I like what they're doing, just like changing the color scheme in the middle of it, and this is getting more and more crazy.
Yeah, the colors always change when shit gets real.
So I hope they keep it up.
Okay, we're back next week with more Let's Go JoJo. But also, I should mention, you can now find this in its own separate feed on iTunes. And if you're finding it there, you can also find our other podcasts, Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness, on iTunes as well. So if you like this and you haven't heard them, subscribe to them as well.
Best on iTunes. Can we say that?
What?
It's the best on iTunes.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's best to get it on iTunes.
Oh. No, it's the best on iTunes.
Well.
I said it.
Okay. Good. We'll see you all. No, you'll hear us next week. We won't see you at all. We can't do that yet.
I can see you. I just crouch the top camera and I can see all of you right now.
Right, cheerio.
See ya.
Bye.
I will see you.
Although paintings on the tomb, I do the sand dance, don't you know? If they move money on a bet. Go crocodiles, oh, hey, oh, snap your teeth on your cigarette. Go on top of the hoogie pop, say, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Walk like an Egyptian.